She was in the club with her little dress hat on from corrections, her dress glove, a couple of, other items on the pole with her uniform.
You said she was at the strip club doing that?
Yeah, she was a stripper. She was an officer. She was a stripper. She put on these boots and put on like a shirt from her uniform and her dress gloves and her hat and her little sunglasses, and she was stripping at the club like that. There's a whole bunch of COs and civilians that get fired messing with those guys, because they got nothing but time to watch you and find out your business and eavesdrop and
But why would you risk your job? Why would you risk your pension?
That you bring in there to tell other people, because if you don't bring your gossip from home in there, they don't know nothing about you. So I didn't tell nobody my business, so they didn't know nothing about me. This guy, one of these inmates, he said, "Miss, you the best that ever did it." He said, "I've been in here how many ever years. I know absolutely, positively nothing about you." And I said, "And that's the way it's going to stay." And he was like, "I want to give you some dappers." He said, "You the best that ever did it." The officers go in there in the officers' dining hall like it ain't inmates working in there. And they let their hair down and they talk about their business and show pictures from their vacation. I wish I would bring somebody pictures of my damn kids or anything else. They was like, "Ooh, when I was pregnant, you going to bring pictures of your baby?" I said, "I wish I would bring pictures for y'all murderers to come see my fucking kids." They crack up, They showing these murderers, my kids and girls are bringing pictures, in bathing suits and shit, from their vacations and different things. I was like, unbelievable. I'm never bringing nothing in here. And get out. They read lips. They be all in your mouth. They ain't got shit else to do. To try to learn your business, but I ain't tell nobody my business, so it was nothing to learn,
That's crazy. I don't know how do these women risk their pensions and stuff messing with these guys?
Because a lot of them are not trying to be pensioned. They trying to come in here, get an officer husband, and then they ain't got to work. A lot of them are just in there to see who making money, see who's working overtime, see who ain't got no kids. Let me drop a kid on them. A lot of the women don't come in there thinking they're gonna be there long enough for a pension. They just coming in there for husbands, And a lot of them get what they want. They go drop a few babies, then they got them one, And they find out information. Okay, he's married. Okay, all he do is work. He not married, And they like, I remember this girl who had made a list, and she was just going through her list. She was actually making a list. And I was like, get out of here. They were like, yep, she in here on a mission.
That's crazy. I know you want it.
And there's a lot of them that come and go. They start messing with the officer. But a lot of them, they in there, they mess with inmates. They not thinking about pensions, they young. Young people don't come in there thinking about, I'm going to do 25 years. They just coming in there doing their thing, hanging out. Fucking one girl was a dancer, and she danced with her hat and her dress gloves and all of that stuff. And I was like, you can't do that.
That is crazy.
She was in the club with her little dress hat on from corrections, her dress glove, a couple of other items on the pole with her uniform.
Wait, at the real strip club?
Oh my God, too funny.
You talking about at the real strip club?
Huh?
You said she was at the strip club doing that?
Yeah, she was a stripper. She was an officer. She was a stripper. She put on these boots and put on like a shirt from her uniform and her dress gloves and her hat and her little sunglasses, and she was stripping at the club like that. And then it got back, because those guys go to the strip club. They got back to, the place, and they showing pictures and everything. Now that it's fireable. You could be fired for that, because you can't use your uniform like that.
So do those guys be like, when they see the females, do they be like trying to jerk off and stuff? Like, I always wondered. I couldn't have did it.
They do. Yeah, but see, when you first start in corrections, it's like any place. When you establish yourself, the inmates they know what type of officer you are, and the inmates will take up for you. They'll look out for you and everything if they know you solid. Like, if somebody, like when I started, a lot of them know me from the county, so they'll come there and they'll say, don't mess with her, But you'll get every once in a while an inmate that's a nut or something like that. So what I would do if I seen somebody trying to jerk off when I'm coming for count or something was I would just fucking go off on them. You actually took out that little dick, you little dick motherfucker. You got to hold your dick with 2 hands, 2 fingers, I would just go off. Now the inmates will do it. Now that inmate is stuck in his cell. He don't want you to open it or nothing, because now the guys are putting their little mirrors out to see who I'm going off on, and they'll be like, oh no, motherfucker, don't you do that to our sister, meaning a black officer. You do that to your motherfucking white trashy girls. So now they're going to fuck him up. So he's scared to come out the cell. So now he's in his cell. He don't want to come out for food. He don't want to come out to shower. He don't want to do nothing, because he's the inmates will police the other inmates. Now I don't write nothing up, because I don't care to write nothing. Now somebody else a girl might come up, oh, he boy his dick out on me. Like, you never fucking seen a dick, and they'll write it up. That's paperwork. I'm old school. I let the inmates police them. I don't have to write that up. There's nothing to me worth writing up. But another female, oh, I'm so offended. I'm writing it up, and write them up and give them a charge. I'd rather let the other inmates police them, because I'm old school. I know how to make that never happen again on that unit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then it spreads, like tower top. Sometimes I'm in a tower, and it was another girl in the tower. She got the inmates hollering up to her, hey, Miss. So I called her and I said, hey, you shouldn't let them do that to you, because what if a bigwig comes, they holler up to you. Now, if an inmate comes past and they try to holler up to me, another inmate will be like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I already blasted somebody to say, motherfucker, you ain't on the block. You don't know me like that. Don't you ever fucking holler up to my tower like you know me. So now it's established I don't want that done to me. So the other inmates that's around him that heard that, now they get offended, because, I'm one of the good officers. They'll come to me like if they really need something important, legal mail, this, because I'm not playing. I'm there to do my job and go home. Right. So anything important, they'll come and they'll, ask me to take care of it or whatever. But the bullshit, they know I'm not going for, and they know. So the inmates police the other inmates. I never, ever have to write up inmates and do paperwork and stuff, because I'm old school. I don't care to do that. I let the other inmates, I'll blast them, cuss them out, do whatever I got to do. Now the other inmates are upset, especially the old timers. They gonna, look, don't you ever fucking disrespect her like that. Don't you holler up there. Or if somebody goes to holler up there, I don't have to do anything no more, because I done cussed out the first one. Now the inmates are policing anybody. They'll wave or they'll nod or whatever, and they'll keep on going. I don't want nobody hollering, what's up, like they on the fucking block. No, because, and it did happen to her, the inmates are hollering up at her, and some of bigwigs are coming. Now you're getting written up because you basically look like you fraternizing with inmates, like they your friends. Why are they hollering up and you waving like you want to fucking parade float down to them and talking and all of that stuff? Now you're in trouble. Now I will, especially a female, if I see that they're doing something wrong, I will say something one time. So depending on how they respond and how they correct it is whether I ever say something again. One time, a female.
What do you mean,
she
like
had
if you catch them, like
came out.
If you catch another CO doing something with a CO or with the inmates and stuff, you'll correct them, and then you just, because you like me, we don't get into that stuff.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
What do you mean? Like if you see like the COs fraternizing with them or having sexual acts or something, you try to school them, right?
Well, your phone is breaking up. Did you say having sex?
Or no, you were saying that you'll tell them one time.
Oh, yeah. But see, it depends on how they respond. Like, I had this girl, she was taking a trash detail out. So a trash detail is a trash compactor. So when the inmates come out, I know that they're coming out because the officer has to announce it on the radio. So I'll tell her, like, it's clear to come out. If I'm up in the tower, I'm talking to her, she's talking to me. Like, she'll say, SB, I think it was 5 that was by the trash compactor, or 2, or I forget which one was by the trash compactor. Kitchen officer to SB2. I'm coming out with 3, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I'll tell her to come out, right? So the first time she did it, when she came out, she didn't come all the way to the fence, so I couldn't see her. It's a blind spot. So now she's out there. The trash compactor makes a lot of noise. They could throw her ass in the trash compactor. They could be fucking screwing her brains out in the corner because I can't see her. So when she was going back in, I said, give me a landline. When she was going back in, give me a landline. Now, I'm out on the thing looking for her, trying to see her, but I couldn't. So when she called me, I said, hey, look, when you come out to do that detail, you come all the way to the fence so I can watch you, so I can, I got a gun. I could shoot these motherfuckers if they try to do something to her, Mm-hmm. I said, but I cannot have your back because I can't see you if you don't come all the way to the fence. And, have your back to me. I have your back and you're watching the inmates. So she said, okay, thank you. I did not know that you could not see me. I said, yes, and I can't hear you screaming. If you were screaming, if they did something to you, throw your ass in that compactor, fucking you or whatever, because I can't see you because it's a blind spot. So after that, she didn't do it anymore. Now I told somebody else that, and they did it again. So now I don't care. You don't care about me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, like if you don't care about your little coochie getting taken, I don't care neither. Mm-hmm. Then there's units. Most units have 2 officers on it, right? Mm-hmm. There's one unit that it was like kind of a good unit to have because they gave that unit the weekends off because it's only 1 officer. But it was a girl that had some seniority, and she protested and wrote grievances and all of that because she wanted that unit. Why would you want a unit? First of all, it's illegal because the law says every unit, the first officer has to be the same sex of the inmates in the unit. So because there's no second officer in this particular unit, you have to be a male, right? So whoever was in at that time, because unions change and everything, whoever was in, they lost the case to her and she won. So it was a white girl, she bragging about it and everything. So while it was going on, before she won the case, I took her to the side. I said, why would you want to do that? I said, because you're on a unit, it's a smaller unit, but you're by yourself with all of these guys. Oh, if anything happened, I'll hit the bell, because there's bells to hit if you're in trouble. But they be done, 99 of them, done ran through you, took your coochie, threw you in the cell, did everything to you before anybody could get there. That's something to think about. Sometimes us as females in this male-dominated situation need to, worry about pick and choose which battles we fight. I said, and I really don't think you're going to win because, and I told her the law, right? So she was like, basically, haha, I won, Let me tell you something. She was a little bitch. So they fucked her up in that unit one time, and she went out. But all of that could have been avoided if, she would have just listened. Like, why are you doing that? I'm seasoned. I've been here a while. I don't even want that unit. Not that I'm scared of anything, but who wants your coochie taken? I want to give my coochie to who I want to give it to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who wants to be run through or beat up or whatever? You in there by yourself. Yeah, you could maybe hit a bell, maybe get to your whistle. But shit, they done did whatever they wanted to do to you before anybody can get there. Cut your fucking neck, anything.
Wow.
At least when it's two officers, you got a chance of, the other one being able to hit a bell or whatever, because if you right by them, they're right by you, basically. They know they got to be in there forever and a day, so they want their home to be peaceful. So they like when officers police the unit. They don't like when officers can't run their unit and there's chaos because they got to live there. Mm-hmm. Especially the old heads. They don't want all that chaos. Let me tell you something. You walk on my unit, it's clean, it's quiet. They have like a phone runner. Sometimes if it's not my unit, I don't even let the phone run. I don't let nothing move. When it's their phone time, I'll pop that door and let them get their own phone and bring it back and forth. Because the phone runner, he's the one who's dropping everything in people's cells, like, contraband or whatever they ain't supposed to have. He's the one moving it from cell to cell. So if it ain't my unit and I don't know nothing or the inmates or nothing about them, because sometimes they throw you in a unit that's not yours, I'll be like, okay, ain't shit moving. The people that got to go to work, I let them out for work, school, and
that's crazy.
I'm the they have somebody that cleans, so it might be two of them. Nope, I only need one. Is laundry today? Okay, I'll let the laundry runners out, but the cleaner ain't out when they out. Let the two guys do the laundry. Let them put that shit out. All right, lock the fuck back in. Can we get a shower? That's like an extra shower because they sweaty from doing whatever on the unit.
Okay,
yep.
Like doing dirty work.
Yeah, I'll let them get a shower. I don't have to, but if they not playing and trying to run to anybody's cell, and I tell them, I say, hey, come here. Laundry runner or not, you out here to do this laundry, that's it, period. Let me see your face at somebody's goddamn cell or where you're not supposed to be, and you're done. And he'll do it by himself. If both of y'all fuck around, these motherfuckers will handle y'all because it won't be no laundry done today. And they'll come out, they'll do what they got to do. And before they go out, they'll say, pop the door so they can put the laundry out because you put it outside the unit. And then other laundry runners come and get it, take it to the laundry where they actually wash it. They bring it back to the cell, back to your door. Then you pop your laundry runners out and then they, give everybody their bags back. But girl, I let them know just because I'm not your officer, because when you're not on your regular unit, that's when they try to pull shit. Oh, Miss, cannot, nope, cannot, nope, cannot, no. You could take back a no, but you can't take back a yes, So everything is no. And I try to teach, the girls coming in with me. Look, I've been in another institution. I'm telling you, if you don't know, say no. But what if I get in trouble? You're not going to get in trouble. You didn't know, so you said no. So you can change a no to a yes, but you can't change a yes to a no. You're saying yes, and they doing whatever they not supposed to do. And then after that, how can you pull that back? No, you said they already did it now. You know what I mean? Right. They already got over on you.